Two smokes in the mid early for NAVI. Flash goes around short. Alexi B leading this charge, and the defense designed to deal with the threat at the B bomb site is Magixx and Zontix. Zontix to take the first fights at short. Magixx at range doing some work, but it's a 2-for-2 as NAVI leap into the B bomb site.
Yeah, that's a really nice take. Good 2-for-2 exchange. Bit's got to jump back off, so time being chewed off the clock to buy Spirit the opportunity to get close by for this retake, to settle themselves and prepare. One coming up catwalk, it's Shiro. Chopper and Donk to initiate from market.
Chopper coming through. Imma's just holding that initial fight. The in-game leader will take a step forward, but Imma to dispatch of them and decapitate the second. Donk is dead, and now it's Shiro left at 1v3. He'll gunsling his way forward, but with 3 NAVI players deep inside of this B-bomb site, there is no way into this for Shiro. And for NAVI, bringing it back to that point of the heads-to-heads as well. Never was it in a huge tournament, right? It was ESL Pro League.
He's going to be able to completely ignore it with full focus on qualifying to the playoffs over their nemesis.
Window smoke fails. But Shiro hasn't been able to punish them for it just yet. Hasn't been given that chance until that peak as Wonderful goes into the open. In particular, Wonderful struggled in the game last week, not really able to match that output that Shiro was able to deliver.
Well, Shiro had a pretty god-tier output
yeah, that's true.
in that tournament, so...
Here goes Imma up on top, under the boost on the bench. Zontix ready for that, and so Spirit extend into a 2-man advantage. NAVI disjointed, and this really feels like their only play they've got is Bit coming through ramp, climbing up Tetris, looking to build around here for NAVI, but Chopper gets a good timing, but Bit looks back instead. So a headshot reopens the conversation for NAVI to flip this round back in their favor, but Shiro to stop JL from taking any steps further, and they know that Bit is already deep in the site, so Donk will address that, and we are seeing Team Spirit take their first round here in Mirage.
Yeah, Donk able to hold on. Bit's not turning the corner with that flashbang whatsoever, so buys time for Donk to find the fight he wants. Good swing, good headshot from Alexi, but traded off, and 3 players survive, including the AWP on Shiro for Team Spirit's initial defensive hold. Spirit make a little bit of guess on where to position those nades in this round, and it's absolutely perfect. Look at the way they've chunked down Alexi to 63, Ema to 45. This is phenomenal utility damage to open round 5. Everyone just a little bit softer, but Bit's going to give an advantage to NAVI. Swing on A ramp and Chopper goes down. Donk and Shiro still there in defense. They might just have a free round. Spirit's entirely gambled with 4 players on the A side of the map.
That Molotov goes under the wood. Shiro knows where it's been thrown from. And attempts to take Bit down. Zontix, easy kills in the back here. Imma's pinned inside of ladder room. The bomb making its way into an empty B bomb site, but here comes the rotation back from Magixx. Bit out Jules Donk inside of the A bomb site. Magixx unable to do enough to keep Spirit in this round.
Zontix almost pulls that round back. If Ema ends up going down to him in ladder room as well, that would have been a massive problem for NAVI, but you combine the Bit kill over towards A ramp with the frag on a Magixx as he exits kitchen and market, then got a 4th round for NAVI. So you want to talk about firing on all cylinders. I mentioned kind of the drop-off of some of the individuals from NAVI when they play Spirit. Ema's had a good start, had the quad kill on the pistol. He's 5-3 right now. Bit, another player who struggles, whose rating drops off quite a bit when faces up against Spirit. He's 8-2. He's had some really good rounds. We can see him right now. Game plan for Bit seems to be that kind of lurker at the A bomb site, but be proactive about it. Apply some pressure. Look for that 1v1 fight against Chopper a number of times. He's found it twice now. Top mid, Molotov from Zontix. Window's going to be smoked off. Utility spent to start encroaching into mid control on this default for NAVI. Ema and JL in the underpass. Alexi at top mid. Bomb leaning towards the A bomb site with Wonderful.
Oh, Alexi getting spammed down through that smoke by Zontix, so Team Spirit have an advantage to play with. And Ema climbing into the window. Oh, Zontix, he's close by. Ema walks right by him, and that smoke fades away. So Ema strikes to his head and now moves forward. Donk has to address that problem. Goes back and does so effectively. 4v3, Team Spirit still have the player count advantage.
Yeah, it's a bummer though. NAVI doesn't get to play with that 4-on-4 whatsoever. They lose that right out of the gate as Ema tries to pick up the pace. Donk close by. So Bit's going to start leading the way towards the B bomb site. Nobody's home on defense. Big fight from Wonderful and a huge win. Chopper's not going to be able to back off towards catwalk. It's only Magixx. Donk and Shiro very, very far away, so Magixx is going to have to deliver.
Was out of position in the previous round when NAVI attacked into the B bomb site. This time in a much better spot to find the impact required. His teammates are just so far away, so if Magixx does not do enough here, it is likely to be over. Bit and JL coming out silently, creeping in behind Magixx. He has no idea, but now the step's being made. Magixx not reacting, not turning just yet, but eventually goes for that peek, but he's peeked from window. And Wonderful will stop Magixx from getting a single kill, but here comes Donk. He won't make the difference this time, and Shiro has to save the AWP.
It's beautiful scaling from NAVI. You know, two players way far ahead of the play, JL and Bit. So if you're NAVI, your head's up in that side of the map, and Shiro's brought over not to be aggressive, but just to try and find a pick.
Well, he's certainly searching for it down into the underpass. Oh, he's just spotted him. A great reaction from Shiro to get in and out with that kill. He'll fall back to safety, and when you have such limited weapons around the board, this is the AWP. This is the key to getting into this round.
What a luxury. And maybe sometimes one of the few criticisms you can kind of levy towards Shiro is and a blind call back towards the A bomb site. Utility spent towards middle.
Ooh.
Nothing's home, and Spirit have the read.
Yeah, they weren't home, and now they're arriving back just in time. Bit trying to fight out of Palace. Looking to pepper him down. The distraction. Chopper comes through with a 5-7. It's just a single kill from him. Wonderful pushing up past Sandwich. Magixx just around that corner, low HP. Donk gets transferred by Wonderful. 2v2 though, still on. Still in this fight, thanks to Shiro's sniper. And he's still trying to do some damage. Another dink, that's the 5-7 kill. It's all on Alexi. He's got to flip this back, but he misses, and the 5-7 nips in behind him. Great work from Zontix and Shiro to combine together to pick up an unlikely round win.
Just enough players whittled off by Shiro's op. And now Ima's going to pick up the pace.
Oh, it's real fast from Ima to get up short. He's got his teammates in the apartment, so Alexi just lagging in behind slightly. And after that initial spam through the smoke,
oh, they're coming.
He is now pushing forward, and Magixx unable to hold on initially. It's all on Zontix. Oh, great double. Has to go to the 5-7, but here comes Donk. The reinforcements are here. The support network is there, but JL hops up on top of that. Great kill. Donk elusive inside of the smoke. It's just JL left, and Donk is not going to allow him another step forward. Makes the rotation and collects a triple.
We'll give Donk a lot of credit for that triple kill, but man, you got to give some over to Zontix for providing exactly what Donk needed to arrive in time to make those plays. The double kill that he gets towards Catwalk. NAVI taking their time with this round, likely talking things over instead of, in lieu of a timeout, having a round with just pistols they know is unlikely to win, using it to have the conversation on what to move forward and what to do in the next round.
Oh yeah, Magixx. Oh, it is so clean! All 5 in a second from Magixx. He loves that. They all just line up and melt away.
That's the dream of your B player.
Yeah, get nice.
Yeah, but they can't wait out this smoke that just went up in Palace. So at least for the moment, Bit's going to be locked out. If he wants to be involved, he's got to come through it. And he likely only does that if someone's in the bomb site. Molly's Chopper out of the position, gets the information, one is underneath. Chopper is now blocked in and blinded.
Yeah, Chopper's not going to get much out of that at all. Detects him with the sound cue, deals with him with bullets, and Alexi B with a second through the smoke. Great entries here for NAVI. 14 seconds left. Bomb plant's going to come in real soon here. Wonderful has to think about that now. So put it down on default. He's got Alexi B defending the CT swing. Not a lot of utility left here for Team Spirit to get back in on this retake attempt.
They got money, though, to see if they're going to be given a free kill at any point. You'll save the AWP. But the M4s are going to give it a chance. Magixx has the first, backs off for the reaction. It's Alexi.
Yeah, great round here from Alexi. That's 3 already in the round. He's going back for 4. And the ace not given. JL will take that final frag, but in-game leadership. JL wants to investigate out of ramp.
This is a huge lean.
Had a chance there, but now they know how close he is outside of ramp. Magixx not going to give up his position. He's still worried about that Palace push.
There's so many players here, though.
JL's going to hear the shots coming out from the bottom of stairs, and he just spotted one player CT, so surely he doesn't think Magixx is going to be inside of Sandwich. So Magixx has the advantage here. Shiro going to chime in alongside Donk and hits a double from the top of the stairs. So Wonderful alone, 1v5. Donk prevents that from happening. And out of the timeout, back to a round win here for Spirit.
Well, we just kind of touched earlier on the comments Magixx had and the praise he heaped on his coach, Ali. Spirit's really prioritizing the A bomb site these past few rounds. Magixx once again over in the cubby. You have an Op and Shiro watching B halls from Market.
Well, it's a good thing for them that NAVI are also prioritizing the A bomb site. They've got players in the right position. They cast JL aside. Chopper chasing down ramp. That's the bomb. It's gone. And so NAVI's chances of extending into the lead to end this half dwindle to near zero. Donk's going to play from jungle. He's worried about that flank possibility from Imma. And Alexi B making noise, drawing the attention, allowing Imma to get in behind. And Zontic's unable to stop Imma. He can't get through that murder hole, so there's a chance here for NAVI to start unraveling this. But 30 seconds, and bomb's still on ramp.
Yeah, and the bomb's controlled. I mean, Magixx is going to be there protecting it. He'll take a fight. By the time you pick up the bomb and deal with Magixx, you don't have time to get past Shiro. You don't have time to get past Chopper, who shifted all the way back around through Palace. And there it is. Spirit tie things up 6-6. Two of the best teams in the world going toe-to-toe.
And the pistol call is one that is heavily directed towards A. They'll leave Shiro lurking inside of the middle, but he won't lurk for long. Imma to cleave his head off. Now here comes the play. Bit's going to hear the utility, and now the marching of Spirit players towards his position. Donk is already diving around the bomb site, but Imma clean with it. And a pistol ace from the CT side in their opening map 1 week ago. He's looking for another one here. First two kills picked up. Bomb planted. And Chopper going to be taken out by JL through the edge of that smoke. And Magixx and Donk now 2v5. Going to be hard to let this one go, but Donk will find a way to get Spirit firing again. Another chance. Donk with 3, and you cannot stop him. Donk is so unbelievable in these situations, and down to a 1v1 is Wonderful. Dances around with him, but Donk is designed for this. He's looking for that final headshot, and Donk is designed for violence. And he keeps blowing his teammates' minds. You look down the line and you see Shiro reacting like that. They just can't believe some of the things that their teammate is capable of pulling off. You know you're going to have those rounds if you're NAVI. Chopper coming through connector. NAVI trying to stabilize after their world has just been rocked. And Bit with a 5-7 removes the head of Zontix. And Wonderful around the side of Triple. It's one extra kill for the CT side. Bit looking to be a real nuisance. He got that dink out towards connector. Now Alexi B's coming in. And he may have aced in the pistol round. He may have given them a chance to get off to a brilliant start here. But NAVI have stabilized. They've planted their feet. And they could answer back with a response.
Complete control of the bomb. The question now becomes there's over a minute to work with. And this is going to slow down. Magixx backs off. Chopper rotated all the way back around through Palace. So giving time for NAVI to think about this and just say, all right, where could they possibly go? Alexi checking towards CT spawn. Bits pushed up in Palace. This might be the checkmate play, especially a low health Chopper turning this corner. First bullet's gonna win.
Magixx, 20 seconds. Getting ever closer to that bomb now, but just such a tough situation to deal with. One player up in Palace, one CT. As soon as Magixx taps that bomb, he'll be pushed. He looks for the Palace peak. Now he needs the kill on Alexi, who's moved towards Triple. He would have to stick to plant, but instead he's going for shots, and Alexi B comes in to steal it away.
Damn, with the time running down too, almost a chance for Magixx there. Good job from NAVI. Hoping that Tech-9 can just wreak havoc in the B bomb site. Alexi and JL to defend. And all of Spirit's forces are coming to bear on this position.
JL gonna take the first one. Alexi under a lot of pressure at the bench, and these pistols trying to overrun the defenses. JL eventually peppered away. Magixx to fry up Alexi B. Now a plant is being set up here for Team Spirit, and they've got a weapon off the ground. Shiro with an M4. And if you're Navi, you can't let this one go. You can't give this on over. It might have come through. It's one pick, but Shiro doing exactly what he's needed to do. And Bit has to do everything to pull it back, and that's no problem for him. Makes it look easy as he flicks back up to the van. Magixx toppled, and Navi do eventually get that 9th round win.
Most of these rounds outside of the pistol in the second half have been relatively quiet for a long period. We're not seeing early skirmishes and engagements. Oh, Bit, he spotted the head and it just clicked in a little too late. Chopper rips him off. And now it's Emo who's got to slide over to watch for the window jump up. 5 players for Team Spirit in middle. And they are pulling everyone to this side of the map, although Ema spots the catwalk play, which is massive. And freezes Alexi B and JL. Makes them reconsider the rotation, which is the exact right call to make. 30 seconds.
JL looking to short his teammate going down, which means JL needs more. And there's no problem for JL in getting 2. And that bomb being dropped is a problem for Spirit. 15 seconds. Zontic's fighting on, but he's got to run back and get the bomb, and it's currently being watched. Wonderful has eyes and does not allow that plant to be collected.
Beautiful round from JL, but more than anything, it's maintaining information in mid. Ema spotting that catwalk play with a little bit of spam through the smoke saved everyone.
Here's the mid fight for Donk. And sometimes when you're lacking utility, you can send your most deadly weapon out into mid, but Navi not giving him the challenge. Here's the connector fight over the top of the smoke. Chopper gets the dink off, but Ima's weapon is superior, and so Navi have the opener. Donk getting pressured from short. There was no cover. The risk going into connector dry without his teammates watching. And it's Spirit just getting destroyed as Navi leap out of short to all of the kills. A flat round out of the timeout, and Navi might be just marching towards a Mirage victory. Spirit delay their walkout to prevent themselves from taking damage from that inevitable spam. And a B split being queued up, and JL, he's been pretty solid, hasn't he, Jason's holding this B bomb site.
Yeah, but he's pulled away from catwalk. That's where the hit's coming in.
Alexi B's gone, so it is all on JL being overwhelmed from multiple sides. Couldn't get back out and deal with the apartment's leap. So instead it relies upon the remaining forces of Navi to come back in, and Ima's quick to it, but Donk on that headshot. 2v3, Navi pinned him market, Bit to fight his way out. Zontic stops him from even getting around that corner, and now Wonderful has no chance, really, to do much about this. They're going to give him an opportunity with that first pick, but he needs 2, and he needs them quickly. Goes to the rifle instead, and Shiro hears that switch out and knows it's time to strike, and he comes through with that P250. Spirit, with upgraded pistols, may have just found a lifeline.
Up on balcony.
Donk and Chopper swiftly taking connector control. Here's the smoke up in jungle. Ima, great kill. Stays alive and behind the smoke, and his teammates now stepping up. Bit at ramp. Extra kill. Donk getting pressured, and they push through that smoke. Ima finding so much success here, forcing Navi up to map point, and Zontic stuck at Tetris with no way to build back into this. They're going to push him, but they are going to overrun him, and Blade lets out a celebration as Navi claim map point.
Cool play from Wonderful and Ema there. Ema obviously gets that first kill, very nice, just as the smoke plumes, but then Wonderful's just spamming. Today that we've seen from Navi previously against Spirit. JL's getting that exact performance he wanted from all the pieces of Navi. Tactically, Alexi B has called a great game. Wonderful nails the shots that are presented to him. Ema and Bit stepping up as required.
Here comes the bomb out of the ramp. Bit playing inside of Sandwich. Wonderful, they know where he is, so they throw utility on him. They try and force him into the open. Bit tries to step up and defend his teammate. Ema again, unrelenting, double kill. Shiro left alone, and it is Navi that strike first. They are looking to get into the Spodek by taking Spirit down today, and this might be the second time they're capable of defeating Spirit.
And Navi have at least gotten themselves playing the way they wanted. JL said it, firing on all cylinders, and they had that on map 1.
Look how quick Bit has got all the way towards top middle. Now, we'll keep eyes on that flank, but this long take coming through. The smoke has already gone down to the cross, and Navi have so many players ready for this defense of the A bomb site. This is about to get messy for Team Spirit. So many targets to get through. And JL up on top of his teammate's head. Delivers the first blow with a pistol here on Dust 2. Bomb is going to go down shortly, you would imagine. But here's JL to try and deny that. Shiro, even while blinded, still able to chime in. But that flank being set up by Bit. He's around the back, nipping at the heels with the Jewel Berettas. 3v2, barely standing is wonderful. On such low health, but Zontics with a double back, leaving it all on Bit, and they know exactly where he is. So that bomb goes down on the reverse side of the boxes, and Bit thrusts himself forward alone. 1v2 for the headshot machine, and he gets a taste of his own medicine.
Man, I feel like Navi might have just sped that up a little bit too fast, a little bit too much. You could see trying to push that CT choke to fight ramp and fight long. I think they're trying to take attention away from that flank wrapping around with the dualies. That's a beautiful shot from Zontics, and the cleanup on Wonderful, but man, Navi's going to be looking at this pistol much like the one on Mirage and just be like, we were in control.
Hey, maybe we'll even that up as well today.
Yeah, Navi making all sorts of gains, potentially.
Good start for USP. Somehow there's enough USPs combining together. Melt away Magixx. Donk is waiting in the lower tunnels. And he's blinded though. Oh, here it comes. Bit with a second kill. Why? Why are the USPs working so well? Navi have got weapons on the ground and it's 2v2.
It's a good flashbang. Blinded both players to let them take out the Halls player first, and then the player at Xbox is just kind of left alone. Bit's going to try and do some extra damage with this MAC-10. Spots the rifle out in the open. Tough fight with that MAC-10, and he's just trying to whittle away at him. Death by 1,000 cuts. There's the dig. Jumping up onto the boxes. Coming next, it's Alexi. And a 2-on-1, but is there time?
Chop.
Is that a smoke? Ooh, you get real nervous if you're Chop.
Yeah. Big Chop. We'll see what he can do about it. Smoke comes in. Yep, panic mode. Panic mode! And he's tapping onto that defuse, and Chopper the Stopper prevents that defuse from happening, and it will be the 3 in a row. But Navi with a revolver, mainly the USPs,
maybe
doing some damage.
Maybe a little mistake from Navi there, although I'll say tough to kind of organize that detail in the chaos and the heat of the moment with the timing of everything, but they have the rifle defusing the bomb and the MAC-10 trying to protect.
Smoke execute ready to go here for Chopper. It's going to drop the smokes down into Cat. Remember which one he needed to toss out. Shiro's got the other. And Imma knows what's coming. And with that smoke, it prevents the spot from which he wanted to play from. And Wonderful throwing utility down, trying to disrupt and delay this attack in. Wonderful out to the right side. Chopper dispatched off. Wonderful looking for more, but it's Alexi B's rifle that chimes in next, and they've got the read on the long flank. Great consideration, great relocation, and Wonderful is devastation. Great work with that AWP, and Spirit get no closer to the A site. We'll see at 35 seconds left. Chopper still waiting to deploy that Cat execute out.
This is going to be like a 20-second execute?
Yeah, and look at Imma. He's so ready for the short push to come through. He starts spamming, alerting the Spirit player to the fact there's a player just on the other side of the smoke. Imma's going to dive out, and so are Spirit. They go back in the middle. This time, Wonderful position to stop that B-ramp push, and time is the problem. Wonderful's got another, and yeah, Spirit go nowhere with this one. 9 seconds, not enough time to get in with that bomb.
Yeah, but enough time to put yourself in a position where you're going to get cleaned out when time is done.
After the time, $100 left here on Shiro, $750 in the bank for Magixx. Shiro still stands towards the end, but $750 left for Magixx. That's a disastrous round, especially after back-to-back timeouts.
Yeah, that's a great point. Back-to-back timeouts, and still that round is just flat. The first smoke is pulled out on Catwalk at about 1 minute and 8 seconds by Donk.
The winner of this goes on to play the Mongols as well to decide how far they go into the playoffs.
The seeding game.
Yeah.
All right, well, here's not a change of pace, but maybe a more aggressive opening. Shiro's grabbed an angle with the AWP. They've seen JL a number of times on platforms, so looking to exploit the crossover and actually a double stack. This could be deadly. There's Shiro, first kill. JL sold down the river with that frag and perfectly called out of the timeout for Spirit and Hallie. Exploiting the defense. And Navi's forced to save.
Yeah, no other option. You just got to save when those 2 B defenders go down that cleanly. I mean, I guess that's the one positive of the amount of round losses Team Spirit have had towards this B bomb size. They've seen enough looks of it. They can construct a plan on how to deal with it.
might motivate the defense to shift a little bit. Might give you a little bit of breathing room. Oh, we gotta get a B-rush. Here's the change of pace.
Oh, JL gets the rifle out. Bit gets caught by a flash. JL unleashing bullets, but will he get kills? The answer to that is no. And Wonderful's come in to try and plug the gap, but the B bomb site has once again fallen, and this time it's unlikely to be a full save, but look how far away Alexi is, and that's going to cause a problem. They have a lot of time to wait, and at least that bomb hasn't gone down yet.
I wonder if they're even going to creep close and see if they can give this one a glance, to see if they can get a kill early on to make this worthwhile. Perhaps not, but Alexi has a pretty big jump on the flank.
Dude, look how much, and it's very effective towards that B bomb site.
Yeah, it's the only thing made sense considering how this half has played out, because those slow rounds have been extremely slow. You had to have known the speed was going to pick up at some point. Just probably didn't assume it would be a B rush. Good first kill. Distraction for Ema, taking guns away at the end of the day. Nade and bomb blast and headshot. It's 5-5. Only Zontix survives, but Spirit's happy to get a second round in a row on the board.
Now the question is, do we see them do it again?
Very late long take. Wonderful has a deep angle. Magixx would be his first victim.
There's no flashes here either.
One on Shiro, just getting chucked out now. Timing shot for Wonderful, not completely blind, but he splits the difference right through both players. Can't get away, no smoke to cover his cross, so Wonderful's here until he goes down.
Yep, just waiting. Here comes the peak. They're trying to bait the shot out of the AWP. They know he's likely to be positioned here on the car, and they go around that corner. Missed shot from Wonderful. His teammate Imma going down. Wonderful goes for the close shot. He sees them moving up, but can only get one. And this puts all the pressure on Alexi B, who holds Zontix coming through that smoke. 23 seconds left. Chopper still down in CT, and Shiro out long side, forcing Alexi B into the open with the fire and the flames, and finished off by the Glock. It is Bit in this 1v2, and he can't flick down a Chopper.
Needed that kill much, much cleaner, but you have to say Wonderful is going to be the one punching the table saying, my bad, 2 missed shots. Giving themselves a 6-5 lead.
Wonderful's going to peek, but look at that shot from Shiro.
Woof.
Just seen enough of Wonderful. Rips his head off of his shoulders. Advantage now for Spirit. Bit has to fall back from his initial aggressive position. He'll play behind the double doors. Mid to B smoke thrown out by Shiro. Waiting for JL to make an overextension. Shot rings out, Bit goes forward, gets melted. Combined with the aggression though from Imma. Might work out for NAVI, but the answer to that is no, because Zontix steps up, and we are looking at a 7-5 scoreline. Spirit figure it out on the T side towards the end, and they have a small lead.
Weirdly enough, on this map, I actually feel like Donk is more unleashed on the CT side than he is on the T side.
Yeah, he can be devastating. Just the amount of spots and aggressive options, rather, that he can get going. In particular, this is one he loves with the dual Berettas into the lower tunnels. He'll unleash on the first. There's JL to go down, and Donk doubles up.
Timed perfectly with the nade off catwalk as well. Good job from Shiro in support. And for Navi, this is all down to this final play out towards long. 3v5, they actually back off it.
Chopper jump spotting. Gets the information quite early on.
It's just like, you're just like checkmated. When you see that, you're just like, what are we supposed to do? We can't go B. We know they're going to be pushed up in middle.
Yeah, tough scenario now for Navi as they decide, okay, well, they know we're trying to go B.
And Magixx is never going to commit to this. As soon as this swing happens, take 1 or 2 shots, maybe, and then just back off. You don't actually need to stand tall here. Just call your teammates over, play the 5-on-3.
Well, that cross smoke comes in, and if Navi can get their way into the bomb site and get a plant, that would be massive considering the circumstances, but even that looks way too far beyond the reality that we live in, and Wonderful gets caught and chopped up. So, great work for Team Spirit, not a single player going down in the pistol.
Yeah, 5 rounds in a row extending to the end of the first half where they rattled off 4 straight. You add in that pistol, both pistols on this map, and Spirit's making a really good bid to let us...
Not the prettiest buy here for Navi, is it?
No, but they can make it work. Ema gonna jump out long, peering at the ground to dodge flashbangs. Late utility usage, including a smoke break, and that's a creative way to defend long if you're Team Spirit. Donk comes out on top, standing tall at the end of the chaos.
And if you're Navi, it feels like a long, long time since you have been able to win a round here on Dust 2. JL makes his way through middle. Shiro to get caught through CT.
And you know the defense is split. You know Zontix is a B player. You know you just saw Donk who got 2 kills out towards long. You know exactly where everyone is.
I'm just going to send that back to JL. And they're just contact into the B bomb site. Not spotted yet. Here comes the smoke. Zontix actually going for a maneuver where he comes through the lower tunnels and attempts a flank. JL's got the idea.
Only as that molly's burning, though. As soon as that molly fades, he'll turn. Nice shot.
Yeah, patience is going to pay off, and JL will nail his opportunity, and it falls to Donk in the 1v2. He's got a kid on his back, all of his health. And with him, there's always a shot at winning these, but only if he goes for them. And this is tough because JL's a car, Lexi B's deep in the bomb site. And yeah, Donk realizes not a situation that he is going to be capable of winning. And we are looking at a 6th round NAVI finally back on the board.
And you just had mid-aggression, so they know there's no danger coming from middle. It all rests on this execute.
Flash goes through that CT smoke from Chopper. Just trying to disrupt NAVI's approach into the bomb site. Magixx, things heat up for him. Chopper gets a kill on Imma. Just under 40 seconds, here come NAVI. Damage done to Magixx. MP9 knocked out for another kill. JL cleared out. Shiro 1 for 1. And Lexi B still looking for the follow-up fight, and he gets the fight, just loses it against Donk, so it's all down to chaos. And Donk has got another one. Wonderful in the 1v1. And he's looking to fight him. He switches out to a little MAC-10, and Donk evens out the health situation. Wonderful looking for the shot, but it's Donk that makes the difference.
Maybe a little bit of frustration, maybe a little crazy, hectic communication. Wonderful, gonna really regret exposing himself. Up catwalk we go with 4.
Decent damage done onto a couple of the defenders here for Spirit. Magixx down on 41, 55 for Chopper.
Trying to show a mid to B split, but I don't think Spirit's gonna bite on this whatsoever.
Look at the flank, Magixx around the backside. Oh, good turn from Bit. Magixx gonna be frustrated that he didn't bite down on that one. 29 seconds though. Limited time, and NAVI are coming towards Shiro. And he'll silence Alexi B. Still worried about Long because Magixx is gone and JL nails the shot. So it's all about Goose. It's all about Chopper. And he gets wrecked by JL.
Get a SWAT drop? No. Imma stays composed. Doesn't go for the Hollywood play. 11-7. Good entries provided by JL. An incredible 2024 for JL as he burst onto the scene, looking to replicate that success here in 2025. He's delivered them round 18 and brings them within 4.
The only player having to take a hit is Magixx, who goes down to an MP9, and Wonderful attempts the long pick. Gets information on the crossing, player unable to connect the shot though, and there might be a little bit more pressure towards this B bomb side. Donk is going to peek up, gets the instant dink, but once again it's JL shredding through the defenses. JL is dragging NAVI into this competition.
Oh, I think NAVI might hunt this one down too. They have a player at top middle who's locked them in out towards long. They've spotted the cross back over. And Navi's got some money. They can risk a couple of weapons to try and take a few away from Spirit.
Lurk smoke trickles down into that. Oh, timing for Shiro to unscope is just so disastrous. Imma and JL with 2 huge openers here for NAVI. And they're going to try and go with it right now. The only player defending the B bomb site is Donk.
They'd love another smoke for this mid to B to give Alexi a little bit more time. He does have a Molotov. How aware are you going to be? Donk can still turn this around. He's got that saved AK-47.
Oh, he's got Chopper to help him as well. Oh, but Donk gets blasted through the smoke. And Spirit are getting silenced. NAVI finding their way back into Dust 2. They went quiet for a moment, but JL breathes life back into them. And a scoreline of 11-10 now rings out, and money is in the bin for Team Spirit. And it's not like they haven't had their moments to call these timeouts. They just used one, they just burnt one, and it did not net the result they hoped for.
Lexi's turning into like God-tier IGL mode right now. And then on top of that, you're getting some of these picks and these early kills. So when you move around the map, the protocols of who's sitting around and watching what, Imma lurking middle with an op to cover the cross. Even though Alexi B goes down, there's redundancy to make sure it doesn't get out of control. Magixx lands JL, but the op will be dropped and not brought forward. And Spirit have some problems and no timeouts to use to work through them.
huge opportunity in front of NAVI now to get their second ever win against Team Spirit.
Nice shot, good timing, blinded, but still lands IMA. And where does NAVI go from here? JL gonna lead the way towards mid, but Chopper has an idea this is coming. CT spawn will be smoked off, counter nades thrown in, Donk is close up as well. JL's gonna tuck himself into the cubby. Donk swings wide, the spam is there, and JL punishes.
Another huge kill from JL, and he'll not stop. This is huge from JL, massive game. And NAVI, 11-11, is about to ring out. Zontix is under pressure, and it was JL who said he wanted revenge. It was JL who said he wanted this win, and he is leading by example and showing how much he really wants it. But that peak from Wonderful may have just opened up the chance again.
Yeah, but you got no kit. Do you want to risk your own AWP and going for this? Shiro's still very, very far away, rotating in now. This would be risky if they decide to go for it. This could be the map on the line.
And the big risks can often net big rewards. Magixx and Shiro going in with the final pieces of utility. Alexi B lets them run in, Bit with that first headshot ringing out, and Shiro is nowhere near getting involved in this round. Good shot onto Bit, but time is the problem. He'll retreat, he'll try and drop that second player. He'll be successful in doing so, and he'll get away, pick up his AWP. But for NAVI, it is 11-11.
Fully invested except for Shiro, who's keeping enough money in the bank to afford and not moving forward into the next round.
They ask him to push. They ask Shiro to be active, combining with Donk, who peeks through the lower tunnels. Shiro yet to spot a target. Donk is long gone, but signaling to IMA that he's still close in under, and that fight comes in. It's IMA to fall at the hands of Donk, and now Spirit pounce. NAVI have to go out long A.
That's a bad fight for IMA, I think, in my opinion, just because he's given up so much map control, he's given up so much information and so much positioning, and now, man, if you're NAVI, you got a whole host of Spirit defenders to burn your way through.
You don't get a whole lot of chances to put Spirit out and try and take the series here. So NAVI fighting for map point. They've got to do it in a 4v5. 30 seconds left. Spirit have numbers on the right side of the map. Alexi B goes through that smoke. Zontix to respond with a headshot of his own, and Donk is delivering impact again. Bomb plant coming in. Wonderful and JL trying to do this, but the danger man's out of there, and Wonderful cannot step up enough. Spirit will grab map point first.
Yeah, complete map control for Spirit throughout that entire round. They were able to track the movements and know what was happening from start to finish with that upper push. NAVI lining up in B halls this time. Don't want to give free access, free information over to Team Spirit. 4 players going to line up in upper dark.
And as Donk and Shiro defending this B bomb site, a scary prospect to go up against if you're NAVI to try and force overtime. They go into Donk, and it's a double again. They've got Shiro out car, but NAVI's dreams of picking up a 2-0 today against Spirit look like they've just been cast to the side.
Well, let's find out, because Bit's going to challenge. He's not going to wait for his teammates. He wants to start peering in, open up this opportunity. Jiggle was mistimed, so Chopper knows what's coming. Oh, drop down, unexpected, but a tough shot to land. And now Alexi's got to pick up the pace.
Trying to burn out Chopper into the fight, but be careful what you wish for. Chopper nails the shot. And we had a question, one single question, after Spirit versus NAVI last week, and that is, what would have happened if we went to a third map? Well, I think it's about time we find out. At the spring finals of Blast, it was a 13-6 win for Spirit. NAVI obviously hoping for a different result today, and JL, masterful second map in this series. Wasn't enough to get them over the line, but he's going to be charging out into the pistol round up to the bumper bomb side, and it's Magixx going down first. JL's got a second, and the spin back into main was not too far off, collecting a third opening kill here for JL.
Yeah, and Shiro's held it at bay as well. He knows there's one inside the bomb site, peeks out a little bit late, but Bit that Glock. Nice headshot. Donk's going to try his hand next, but Wonderful's holding strong over at Vent.
Yeah, it's tough for Donk to get over the top of Heaven, and his teammate locked in Vent.
Yeah, they've just got nothing to activate Zontix up the Vent, which means Donk has to get kills, or else this round is just impossible.
And there's not a whole lot of chances for Donk to be able to do that, so NAVI just buying time, playing disciplined. As long as they don't give him fights, they've won this pistol round just by merely staying alive and letting that bomb go off. So Bit eventually given the opportunity, takes Donk out, and first round is there for Navi.
Yeah, and once again, it's JL. He was the guy who really spearheading that comeback on Dust2, those 5 rounds straight. He started really heating up, and here in the pistol, Donk gets the opening kill, but JL coming through the smoke is able to snag 2 really strong, impactful frags to open up the bomb site that Navi. Second round bye for Team Spirit. Scout on the hands of Shiro, MP9 for Magixx, pistols for the rest.
Throughout this series so far, we have noted a number of rounds where Navi have lost against low buys or come close to it. That's a good start. Donk and Zontix combining 2 openers, and Navi once again in an old familiar position up against weaker weapons.
Oh, and man, JL did get down vents, but he's not spotted Chopper at Secret. Very fast round from Navi, and it's not just fast in terms of getting to a position, it's fast in terms of pressing the fight. And getting caught fighting a Scout, a Deagle at single box, and one other pistol outside. Too much chaos for Wonderful and Bit to handle. And JL's being hunted.
He's gonna deal with Chopper. Oh, great shot from him. A Patience outside has drawn those kills back. So panic stations can start to drop a little bit here for Navi, but still a difficult round ahead of them.
This is on Alexi and JL, really, because Ima's going to play for himself. He's so far disconnected, and they don't have the time or the utility to really wait for him to join up, so he's going to turn into the player watching for the vent drop as these smokes get deployed. Actually, he's not going to wait. He's going to move in towards ramp room, watch their flank, cover behind to make sure they can't get wrapped upon. Bomb being planted down low. Nobody close by for Spirit, and that patient pause in the action did wonders for Navi.
Audibles on the drop down into the vent, but doesn't matter for Team Spirit. They've got to be swift if they want to win this. A retake attempt being set up. Only one piece of utility left. It's Zontix with a flashbang. No kits on either of the remaining players.
That's the round. Back away and try and keep that Galil in the hands of Zontix for the next round, or he commits to a fight and they're going to start moving forward.
Time is the big problem. It's the limiting factor, and all the kills come in, but yeah, not going to be able to win it due to the time. A lot of damage being done, and again, we come back to that talking point I just set up at the start of the round, the fact that Navi have had a number of these rounds against weaker weapons that they either concede or come very close to doing so.
I don't think Navi got entirely what they wanted over in ramp room. This is going to be a tough take. They do have a smoke on Wonderful and 2 flashes, but they're going to have to pick and choose which choke points they block off.
Well, Chopper and Zontix already down here looking to defend B. First fight about to go underway, and it's Chopper waiting for Bit to round the corner. Tip of the barrel comes through. Bit lands that headshot. Zontix trying to line them up. It's a double before JL strikes true. 19 seconds left. Imma on the lurk, stopping them from getting down the vent. Finally, Shiro will descend down, and Donk is not done yet. He wants to try and find that kill in lobby.
Yeah, but the longer that Donk waits, the more he sells Shiro out with only 1 player. They know this is a 2-on-2 for some time as Ima's very, very late.
Swing open those double doors. Shiro to a lot of damage, but no kill. Donk has a kit, but no chance, as JL will down him and give a 3-0 lead to Navi. So the decision to buy has not paid off for Team Spirit. And Team Spirit get their first real buy round here. All out for Shiro. The AK, as predicted, goes into the hands of Donk. And everybody else gets an M4. Opening fight for JL. Oh, that was so close to Chopper being down, but look at this acceleration from Navi. It's quick into the safe bomb site. JL trying to mow down 2, and there's no problems for him, but Donk has arrived, and that's certainly a big problem for Navi to have to deal with. That AK-47 safe in the last round is already devastating the attack for Navi, and Wonderful's got a 1v3 ahead of him, and Shiro's got his exit.
Really dangerous timing hit, and so aggressive, but Chopper just lived way too long. They'll get Ima into an advanced position, and it looks like most of the attention is going to be towards the upper bomb site with Ima sliding in through the smokes.
Here comes Ima, 55 seconds, and that's it. That's Donk easily dealing with the first headshot. Bit's coming in behind him, though. Donk is distracted about the rest that are coming in towards the upper bomb site, and Navi have time. There's some space, but Magixx looks to try and close that. Great work in the back of the bomb site, and Navi uncomfortable. They're still stuck at door.
They can't drop down vents. They know Chopper's down there as well. They have nowhere to go.
They're going to get pushed from Shiro. They are getting suffocated by Team Spirit. 30 seconds left. Bit was making the play at heaven, and that was their last chance. Now it's all Alexi B, and he gets double dinked by Magixx, who closes the door. Navi's money drains, and Team Spirit with a second in a row.
But if you're Alexi B, you're saying, all right, guys, it's not all lost. I know what's going on. I know what they're running. You've now done this upper bomb site emphasis. Deploys one of the smokes for the outside wall.
Here comes Chopper over towards Secret. He's about to get molly, but he got beyond it. Oh, he pushes himself up towards the top of the stairs. I'm looking to try and clear him out, but being spammed down through the red box. Some supportive fire here for Chopper. He's going to have a 1v1 fight. Great flashbang in from Bit.
Yeah, IEM must have heard the tick of the Molotov. He seemed very aware of that reposition. Chopper trying to get away with one. Shiro spots the player jumping up, but didn't have a clean shot at it, so Bit's going to force him off the angle, but Shiro still steps up.
Magixx, does he look the right way at the right time? He makes a step, alerting him to his position, but they come in, and his reactions are so fast, but it's just one. Fortunately for Magixx, there's so much firepower elsewhere, and Team Spirit will not topple to the Navi attack. Donk is on the prowl. He is dominating them from the CT side.
Alexi, bro, I really want you to step up. Really, it's very important. I said outside, very important things. And I want you just to focus on this. Please, I'm begging you.
Oh.
All right.
He's begging.
Yeah, that's...
Step up, Alexi.
Seemed very, very earnest about that. Well, he said focus on outside, it's important. Well, so is Lobby in this round because a four-man crunch, I should say. And Shiro waiting outside to take down Bit as he falls. And now Spirit have got some swagger to this defense, and they are dictating where Navi can play.
IEM going through the smokes. The corridor of cover, but his teammates are all falling, so it's really important that IEM gets more than this. And he's not able to. It's silence again from Navi on the T side here. Alexi has to step up. He's got the headshot on Shiro, getting tagged down through the smoke.
It's weird though, like, let's not read too deep into that. That could mean so many things. That could mean,
of course,
I want your focus as an IGL to be calling tactics to take outside more. I want that to be a team emphasis strategically. It could mean I want you personally to be outside more frequently with IEM backing him up. There's a lot of different things, a lot of different meanings that could be behind that from Blade.
Now perhaps we can get a follow-up on that after the game, but for now, Alexi, 40 seconds left. 3 more targets to find here for Team Spirit. He's going to get another one here. Gives away his position, though. They know where Alexi B now is. And so Magixx and Chopper can both focus on him, and Chopper is the only one required.
That's unlucky. Alexi's going to watch this VOD back and be like, oh, I was dead no matter what, going ramp room.
This time he does not want to go towards Secret, but instead, just outside of main, he's got Bit on top of the roof. Executing towards the upper bomb site coming in.
Yeah, while they're shuffling nades, now all of a sudden this defense is a little bit weakened. It's stuck up in heaven, stuck inside the bomb site, and it's a disaster so far.
Alexi B now wrapping around the backside, but it's JL's that's got that kill. Navi looking for 5 rounds from 4 in a row to kick this half off, to round out with 1 extra at the end. Would not be bad at all here for Navi. They've got a 4v3 to try and put an end to the 7-round streak for Spirit. Shiro gets caught. Bit was so patient at the top of main. Chopper getting spotted in the vent. And it's Zontix left 1v4. We will head into the last half of this series between last year's 2 major champions battling for a spot in the Spodek, and it's Spirit that currently lead the way. We'll see if they return to the playoffs of Katowice in just a little bit.
Donk outside, 3 players in lobby. Shiro, Zontix, Magixx, and now Chopper all leaning towards ramp room. Donk with his P250, looking for a fight.
Of course he is. That's what he's here for.
JL's tucked in behind the box in ramp room. They're going to try and sell this with Bit. Oh, that's a nice first kill.
Yeah, it's great. And JL's still behind that big box, so hasn't necessarily revealed his position just yet. And now they're just jumping down. He has not taken a shot, finally. Able to get one off. Alexi B's already at the back of the site. Donk doing some damage, and the P250s come back in. Another opportunity for him, but eventually taken out by Bit, leaving Magixx fighting on 2 fronts. Whew, that was definitely all over the show, but Navi pick up the pistol.
It's that Donk effect where you just feel like he's building into that and almost able to stop the round before it begins. It looked like they were going to get flanked out regardless.
In the lower bracket, last chance. Donk prowling outside.
Man, that Falcons run really was short-lived. Good flash. Alexi doesn't take the complete corner. Donk might have been in some trouble. It's, oh, baby! Chopper through the smoke twice. It breaks open. And Chopper takes complete advantage.
I mean, we've all been talking about how Chopper's been playing better this year. 2025 seems to be Chopper's year so far.
Starting out well, isn't it?
Yeah, he's looking great with that. Breathing well, shooting well. It's exactly what you want from Chopper.
The Chopper breathing strip is the new Twist bubblegum.
Yeah, it is. Maybe you'll get a sponsorship now. With Chopper on the climb up. 1 minute left on the clock, Bit just below him. Chopper didn't see him. Did not see him at all.
Well,
and
now they
Bit
know
is
he's
taking Shiro out, so they know that he's there. Chopper's just waiting for his time to strike, and he needs to strike because his teammates...
nade.
Oh, the grenade is huge, and that's low HP. Blasted away. Chopper gone to his Donk and Zontix, and this duo can be deadly when they work together, and they're still standing. Donk's kill evens out the numbers, and it's Bit and Imma trying to make this happen. They try and get back into it for Na'Vi, but Zontix has the idea, the right idea as well on Imma, just spotted by Donk. Steps heard. Zontix yet to reveal how close he is. Great reposition for Imma to get in behind the cover at red. He goes into the open. He just spotted. Zontix is going to track him down, but Zontix has the kill, and it's all on Bit, and he's back at Secret Door. 18 seconds left. They've got to sprint and get that bomb and try and get into the site. Bit could delay this. He could disrupt this. He could win this. As he holds back from Secret, they cross over, and good damage initially. He quickly repositions, but Donk is aware of that, and he'll start planting it. Zontix covers him off, and this duo is so deadly, and the team play on point.
The kill on Chopper up in heaven might have sold them out a little bit. They might not have known that Donk was up there with them. Might have thought that nade cleared it out. Tough round for Na'Vi. They almost battle back into it. That's a 3v5. Almost converted from Na'Vi. Look at this smoke break. Joke's on you. I wanted you to break the smoke open. Eventually cleaned up, but Donk just such a force. You don't, on the CT side, want to have to battle back as the losing bonus grows, as you struggle to have enough Molotovs and smokes to contain the opposition. Such an important round here for Na'Vi and Imma. Oh, what a risk. What a risk, and he's found Chopper. Fights to his death, it comes quick, but JL also pressuring Hunt through lobby. So does Bit, but misses his fight, and now Donk is activated out the squeak door.
JL just hiding in behind Tetris. Donk is being patient. He knows he's got time to play with.
The molly didn't spread to tick Alexi B, so they might not realize he's in this position. Now they do.
Yeah, he's helped out with that, but actually it works out really well because it baits Donk into trying to get rid of Alexi, and that reveals his position. JL then peeks out, upgrades into the AK.
Wonderful over in ramp room still. JL's going to get on top of the hut. Navi's got to let that smoke fade, or excuse me, Spirit's got to let that smoke fade so that 2 choke points are an issue for the defense in upper.
Only 35 seconds remaining here for Team Spirit. They were able to flip a 2v3 back in their favor in the last round. Zontix was a part of that with Donk.
You know JL's in the upper bomb side. He loves that top hut
Here
position.
comes Wonderful. Gets his gun out in time. Shiro backs into him, and they know the idea. 20 seconds. Zontix leaps in towards the site, and JL repositioned to the top hut. Will close the round out for Na'Vi.
Yeah, hard fought round, but you're exactly right. That little bait onto Donk, the Alexi B noise.
This is Bit's box. He's just gonna hide behind it.
What's in Bit's box?
Usually headshots. Just body shots for this one. Bit dispersion of utility. His teammate's gone down. Oh god, it's now a little bit... Oh, it's a little bit scary now for Na'Vi as Shiro's deagle rips right through Bit.
JL cannot push. He needs to contain. And with the minute on the clock, I think he's well aware of his priorities.
Alexi now coming up towards heaven.
But these are hiccups that Na'Vi survived on Mirage, the opening map. I don't know how many more you're going to get. Good kill from Alexi. Survival is paramount.
Takes a lot of damage, sure. But that distraction, JL senses it as the timing to move. Oh, Shiro just spots JL, but JL's able to react accurately and swiftly enough. And he's going to go again, but overwhelmed this time by Magixx. It's now a 2v2. And Na'Vi, can they survive this? Can they pull this off? Alexi B looks up towards heaven. Donk and Magixx over the top. Donk so quick to it. Imma left alone on the lower bomb site. And Spirit are now in control of this.
Na'Vi are going to be kicking themselves if they lose this round. If Imma is not a hero, Navi's going to be so frustrated.
They need a hero, and he flies up the vent, but they know exactly where he is. And how can you get out of this if you're Imma? How can you even think about a world in which you get out of it? Donk will not let him, and it's 9 rounds now for Team Spirit. They take the lead, and that kind of round can break Navi's backs.
That's got to be a miscommunication. Buy their money, don't have any HEs to break it open and gather information. So it's Imma positioned here with Wonderful boosted up over in ramp room. This could be perfect if Bit can provide some kind of bait.
Can he though? He's dropped down. Oh, great work from Wonderful. Gets back to all three. And Mr. Wonderful gives them the business. It's now Chopper left on the lower site. And Navi, they needed that. And it's done in a great fashion.
It's better than you could even ask for. All 5 players survived. They don't have to rebuy anything, just utility.
The execute is in. And the wall of smokes erected.
Yeah, but now there's nades. Now you can break them open. So Alexi breaks one. They spot nobody crossing quite yet. Another one coming in. Alexi wants to fight on this one. Bit more than he wanted. Donk and Shiro both out in the open. And Donk dodges all the bullets through the smoke as he crosses to Secret yet again. Yeah. Spirit putting a lot of pressure on this lower bomb site.
He's got Shiro in behind him. Donk's not alone.
And Ema's no longer down here. This is the big difference right now for Navi, is usually they've had Ema slip down into that position, but not this time.
Oh, Wonderful making the difference again, though, drawing this back to even numbers. 4v4. Zontix, oh, look at him. He slipped out of the hut. He slipped into the upper bomb site. JL just about sees him, and a little bit awkward as he was jumping up on the Tetris box.
Chopper's crossing with the bomb, and he's all on his own. Donk and Shiro are pressuring Secret. They're down around vents.
No
one's
watching.
Spotted.
Wonderful's the only player that could see it here, and he's not going to peek. So Chopper gets down Secret.
Well, Bit has the biggest job to do. Nobody else is close by. Has to nail that
the
kill.
razor. Slices open Shiro, goes back to it, but Donk is rapid to trade kill back. 27 seconds. Imo now arriving. Bomb is down in the vent, and Donk, he's got a 1v3 with 22 seconds, and they know who they're up against. They do not want to give him a chance. Not a single slither of hope. As Donk gets into the vent, it's another headshot. Running away, giving him space, though. Donk again! Can you stop him? Finally, JL will put him in the ground.
Hey, it's like everyone gets nervous when he's the one in the 1v3, when he gets that first kill.
Making noise, confidently patrolling the lower bomb site. No peek from Ima. Bit taking the initial attention. Donk is going to run past those vents. 29 seconds. That's all that's left in this round. Donk dealt with on the lower bomb site by Bit.
And now what do you do?
Last-ditch effort with 20 seconds. JL and Alexi B look to combine, but JL, he's missed it. He's fluffed his lines, and now Alexi B steps up instead, but Magixx has collapsed upon him. And with 10 seconds, bomb needs to go down, and Zontix is the man to punch those digits in.
Bit's on a flank through the lobby right now. Magixx needs to get into a good position. Zontix is well out in the open for the moment, so transitioning, and this is a moment of weakness, but once Zontix finds position at the vent, he's all good.
Magixx just waiting for that heaven peak. He knows eventually that it's going to come. Zontix and CT vent. When does Bit make his play forward? He's making noise now. They're running out of time. They're running out of hope. This is for series point, qualification point, and that's exactly what Spirit have got. Zontix knocks down 2, and Spirit on the brink of defeating Navi for the 7th time in a year.
For how good he is in crunch moments, this one is whiffed by JL.
Donk is about to get 30 kills as well if he can get 3K in this round and round things out.
And Spirit's happy to stay grouped up. Nobody outside, nobody overextending on their own, letting this utility run out for the Navi defense.
JL, eat shrapnel. Execution in. Is this the final move that qualifies Spirit into the Spodek? The push into lobby is fantastic here for Navi. Alexi B, 5-7, double kill. Out of nowhere, some life in them yet, but Magixx finally downed by JL. And Shiro is not near the fight. So Navi do not die, they do not give up, and they are still in this series.
Money's going to be just fine for Spirit. They'll have a very strong buy in the next round. And it all comes down to the last one. Round 24.
2 Galils, 2 Tech 9s, but most importantly, an AK-47 in the hands of Donk. And he's going to wield it to success. Alexi B, 1 for 1 outside.
They'll be okay with that. Donk is brought down low. It's unconfirmed damage, but they're going to love it later up when they realize how softened up he was. Which sounds great, except for the fact that Donk's so low on HP that look how passively he's playing it. They might just stumble right into a Tech 9 headshot.
Well, if he can get one. If he can just get the one. But he's aggressive. Of course he's aggressive. He goes around that corner. Donk to go down. And Navi 4-3 up and players to try and close this into overtime.
And meanwhile, Ima's had all the time in the world to find himself the perfect position. He gets to pick this himself and just chill. While the rest of his teammates are being proactive, he's the one meant to be the safety net at the lower bomb site. They do have Wonderful and a quick rotation from ramp room.
Surely Navi can't let this one go. Sees the shadow, seizes the chance. Ima to dive out the window. good opportunity for Magixx, but not taking it. IEM shutting them down, and it's all over here. We've got a bonus round coming right up. NAVI do not give up. They do not give in, and they want that win versus Spirit today.
Yeah, bend but don't break, and they bended a lot in that half.
Bit still occupied, dealing with the forces that are coming towards him.
Yeah, but Spirit is really constricting around this defense. They're forcing it to tunnel up, to like turtle up inside the bomb sites. They have a lot of real estate to work with. You have outside, you have secret, you have ramp room. There's very narrow margins for this Na'Vi defense to move.
And Bit's going to take this fight. There's two players coming towards him, Magixx and Zontix. There's a third a little bit further away. Good damage on the second player. He'll spot the bomb and Presence coming towards him, but with 30 seconds left, remember Donk is down here. IEM's going to swing open decon. Bomb down. Second kill. Fantastic on that flick up to Chopper. And with 20 seconds, Shiro has to pick up the bomb. And what a shot! Incredible reactions from Shiro. And now it's the two heaviest hitters for Spirit to try and close this out. 2v4 total. Wonderful coming back through ramp. Donk is not one to shy away from a fight. He was peeking towards the ramp, but now sits in the corner, letting Shiro be his information gatherer.
Smoke nade.
Oh, Shiro flick up to Alexi. Donk's gone, so it's all Shiro. Shiro to be the hero. He's got the angle, but this is not the best weapon, and that grenade bounces back upon him, but it still works. Oh, it still works! And Shiro with the heroics with the AWP. Zontix waiting, Bit walking towards him. Easy collection. Caps out of the smoke.
Oh,
this
man.
shot from Wonderful. Oh, that looked dead on. It looked like he was going to nail that.
That's got to be so frustrating. Again, critical misses down the stretch when it's most important.
Zontix slips out. How has he got by? That's a question Alexi B will be asking, but JL making up for it. Double off the top of the hut. IEM arriving up the vent, and it's all on Donk again. 26 seconds this time. And he peeks into the open. Damage done to the upper. Both taken down low, but Donk not this time.
Yeah, but you're given a little bit of a gift if you're Wonderful, not to throw it all at him, but some misses that you don't normally see. His teammates bailed him out this round. That's not going to happen every single time. Alexi's actually positioned himself in secret to try and stop any kind of the plays that Spirit have been making, but it's the wrong time for it. Spirit's going to go upper.
LJL again, double from top hut. Magixx and Donk littered on the floor. And for Spirit, they're in a 3v5. Good kill from Zontix to take JL off the top of the hut eventually. IEM spamming him down. And Team Spirit left 2v4.
Yeah, ramp's wide open, so Chopper's going to take advantage of it, makes the footsteps. Alexi B slides over to grab intel through the walls. Here's the noises, calling his teammates to rotate downstairs. First two are going to be Wonderful and IEM.
Wonderful's going to play out towards decon. Well, they felt the wrath of Shiro in the previous round. They know what can happen in these disadvantageous situations for Spirit. They're so capable of pulling them back, and once again, from a 2v4 to a 2v2, IEM and Bit having to come back and make up for it. Missed shot from Shiro. Chopper waits, leg shot in, and the lineup's there. And JL looks on as his teammates this time pick it up.
Look what it means to him as well. What a tough retake to do with a 2v2. Happy to have Bit in this position at secret. Or IEM, excuse me. Bit close up towards Mini. That Molotov doing tons of damage over to Magixx, and now Bit slides into attack for Mini. All Spirit's defense in trouble. They got a hold. It's a tough hold, but Magixx and Chopper step up.
Yeah, good start here for Team Spirit. Alexi B is going to try and fight back. Draws it within a one-man advantage, and it just comes back. Rolling for Na'Vi. Chopper out from CT Ven. A single kill is not enough. Alexi B with a triple as he does step up, leaving Zontix 1v2.
Yeah, he's just so nervous, though. He doesn't know where the other players are. Looks like they want to bail out. There's a timing. If Zontix peeks, they might catch him in transition over towards Ven. Could turn it into a 1v1. Oh, just win it outright. Navi's so afraid of the upper bomb site.
Oh no!
He's looking for the exit.
Can I please go behind this? Can I please walk away? Oh, Shiro to drop IEM. Those are the kind of rounds that can just break you completely, shatter the mentality, and remove any chances of Na'Vi from being able to close this series out and qualify immediately.
It's up to Alexi B to figure out how him, JL, and Bit are going to combine and work together to make that an effective position. Molotov towards top hut. You can drop down vent.
JL walking out into the site. Donk. Oh, he's got that one. Follows up on it. Bomb makes it down. But that's information picked up, at least for Team Spirit, that they see the bomb go down. Saltic spins back. What a shot from Wonderful. Bit trying to cut off the rotations down. Supporting his team. Gets an extra kill. 5-7 goes in from Shiro. And Wonderful's nailed that.
They know numbers. They know numbers. Bit saw 2 outside of vent. So now the retake is on, but Wonderful has no time to move his position.
And he's so low on health. A little
He's
bit of
got
util
utility.
left. That's all that he's got. Alexi B playing up in the rafters. Donk and Chopper looking to combine together.
He doesn't want to use it?
Not yet. He's not going to get the chance to.
Yeah, there ain't no more time.
Alexi B watching control room. Oh, Chopper gets blasted by Alexi B. Donk to go down to Wonderful. And Navi are up to map and series points.
Man, you know, there really is a factor of Navi just sticking in this game. They just have no quit in them today.
Oh, Celtics nervously waiting for any presence towards ramp. And he's going to get a lot of it. Great flashbang. That Zoltis completely blinded. Can Shiro plug the gap? Lands that first shot. Pressure put on him with that molly right in front of him. He's watching for the drop down into the site. Can he stop the bomb? He was close, but no cigar for Shiro.
No one's down yet from Spirit. Just now, Chopper's arriving in secret. They have control of vents, Navi. JL sitting here waiting for the drop. I think Chopper's going to have to clear him out, but now JL's attention is turned, but he still manages.
Blow for blow. 2 titans of Counter-Strike. Bringing it this close, down to the wire. Either double overtime or Navi qualify into the Spodek. Magixx, Shiro, and Chopper coming back into lower. Alexi B awaits them. But he's forced out of his position. JL, who said he wanted this win so much, takes one step in that direction. And Navi qualify into the Spodek. They beat Team Spirit for the first time in a long time. That record now stands at 6-2, and it is not the heartbreaking loss